told you guys, and I've done it all year long. So this is my ceremonial. This is my ceremonial packing up of my Colorado Buffaloes. If I had theme music, I would be playing the Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to my Colorado Buffs. Colorado. And I want to ask the question to you, people. Was the season, right now, Colorado, they only have 4 victories. Their last game is this weekend against Utah, which they might most likely will probably lose. Shedeur Sanders is a little bit banged up day to day. Don't know if he'll play or not. But they're probably going to lose that football game. Find the spread for me, tell you what that game is. But I'm asking you, would you consider this season?
21 points.
21 points. Yeah, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. 21-point spread for the Utah Utes of beating the Colorado Buffaloes. That'll put them at what, 4-8? 4-9? They won't go to a bowl this year. They're not even bowl eligible. You got to have 6 wins to be bowl eligible. But I'm asking you, the people, take your bias away and how you feel about Deion. Would you consider this season a success? Now, of course, the standard is what? Wins, right? Most likely they'll have 4 wins. And they had some disappointing moments. They were up 29-0 against the Arizona Wildcats. They should have won that game. And they could have found themselves in a position to possibly be in a bowl game. But do you consider this season a success? For all intents and purposes, I say yes. And I am for one that do not believe in moral victories. I believe that you got to win games. But when you look at what Deion has done, there was no hotter team for the first 4 or 5, 6 weeks of the college football season than the Colorado Buffaloes. They sold out the spring game. Success. They sold out every home game this season. Success. They were bringing in $19 million a weekend to the city of Boulder, Colorado. Success. They were national TV games. I think that's a success. I think when you look at what they've done over time, or in those games, they had some of the most viewed games. They had one of the most viewed Pac-12 games ever this season. A lot of dudes made a lot of money. Now, winning, people want to be a part of that. Because early in the year, we saw a lot of folks on those sidelines. Sometimes I even thought to myself, doing too much. A little bit too much distraction going on in Colorado. But as the year went on, folks decided we ain't making our way to Colorado. People are attracted to winning. So no matter what, when you win, the people are going to come. Oh, but when you don't, it's lonely at the top. It's even lonelier at the bottom. But I'll say this. I think that you got 2 stars. I think Shedeur is going to be a star. I think Travis Hunter is going to be a star. And more recruits are going to come to Colorado as they're moving to the Big 10. Big 10? Big 12? Big 12. Moving to the Big 12 next year. The hype will be there again. Deion will be in the portal this year like he was last year. Deion in the portal last year, he was the #1 school in the country. He had the #1 portal class in the country last year. I think he's going to do that again this year, bring in some recruits. He's going to shore up that offense and defensive line. He knows that he has to do it. They're out there. They're going to bring in Warren Sapp. Now, I'm not a Warren Sapp fan as far as the human, but I think what Warren Sapp can bring as far as knowledge to the game, I think that's invaluable. I think what he's going to be able to teach these kids, again, I can separate player from man. I think Warren Sapp is a horrible man. Don't like him as a man. He spent money on the prostitutes. He spent money on them prostitutes. Boy, Warren will trick off some dollars on them. Matter of fact, sometimes he don't even pay them. Why he gets himself in trouble. So I hope that Warren that part doesn't get on to the kids. But the part of him being there, they're gonna be able to work another season together. to have that unit gel. I think Shador is coming back. I think, Travis has no choice but to come back. I think Travis next year, you kind of got to make a decision, my boy. You got to play one way all the way. This whole two thing all the time, I just don't think that's necessary. I don't think it's doable. I think pick a side and then be a part-time playmaker on the other side. So if you pick offense, you kind of play some defense here and there. If you pick defense, which I think you should do, you go and play, you kind of do like Deion did. Come in every now and again for some package plays. But overall, I think the season was a success. They didn't win enough games to go to a bowl game, but they put themselves on the mat and they made. I've been around college football for a very long time. I played in it. I've not seen this many Colorado football games on TV. They've probably had, they've had some of the most viewed games in college football history. They've probably been on some prime times, all the game days were there. All of them. The big noon kickoff, college game days, the shows, all the shows were there. All the FS1s and the ESPNs, everybody was there. Cameron, Mace, Master P, Lil Baby, Dub Baby, small babies, white babies, black babies. All the babies were there. Uncle Lou, everybody was there. So I think that was a success. I think Deion, what he did this year, solidified that, he's here to stay. And I think next year he's going to continue to paint the masterpiece. I'm not saying that they're going to the national championship next year. I think they'll compete. I think they'll compete much better than they did this year. And that's a plus. So despite how you may feel, a lot of you are looking around and saying, I don't like Deion for this or that or third. I think what Deion did rubbed some of you the wrong way because he did it unconventionally. He did it his way. And a lot of times you guys all get set up in this the way it's supposed to go type of lifestyle. And Deion said, well, y'all do it that way. I'm going to do it my way. I like my way than the way that y'all like. And I think that rubbed some of y'all the wrong way because he did it his way. He did it in the Deion way. Very, very outgoing, very loquacious in what he did, how he did it. There were some things that I disagree with. Even being a fan of what he was doing, there was something that I disagree with. I disagree with how he called his offensive line out in public. I thought we all knew that they were bad. They knew that they were bad. But when Deion came out and he said, find new offensive lineman, and don't worry about it, I'm going to do that anyway. I think that was a little bit like, ugh, you had to say that about those kids publicly. I thought having those big crowds of superstars every week in the locker room, I understand what he was trying to do, but I thought, man, if I was an 18, 19-year-old kid, I'm trying to get prepared for a game, and I see my favorite rapper in the locker room, don't know how much I can be focused. Or when we come in, you're trying to mentally prepare yourself for a game, get the final details in it, and you look in there and Master P is playing ping pong. And Lil Wayne is performing in the locker room. And it was a lot. It was a lot. And that's Deion. And those kids have to adjust to that. So tell me what you guys think. You can leave it in the comments, man, on Facebook, on the Clips page. You can hit me up on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, at Mr. Fourth and Long, and let me know. I thought it was a success. Maybe you didn't. So, all right, man, that's it for me.